Good morning. Welcome on this really beautiful morning. Another question. Somebody asked me about our bees. We have 16 hives, and somebody said, do they die off during the winter? So the hives get really small during the winter. There's like the essential crew, and they hang out with the queen and they keep her warm. They buzz their wings. This is really general that I have here. They buzz their wings and they stay warm. They keep the queen warm. So yeah, they die back very small, and then come springtime, she starts laying her eggs again. So great, come, let's come into child's pose. Coming down, resting your head down on the floor or having your head supported in some way. And just feeling into this moment in your body. I often feel that way coming into winter, that sense of a bit like the bees, kind of shedding any unnecessary, really burrowing in, settling in. So as you rest here in your child's pose, as you drop into yourself, just feel your belly, feel your back. Notice your breath in this moment. Just staying with what is in this moment, the breath, the sensations, the contact with the floor, the lengthening of your lower back, the sense of the weight of your body, the comfort or perhaps the discomfort of your body. The discomfort should be really tolerable. It should be that something is being met in a gentle and wholesome way. Nice. Reaching forward, coming into your cat pose. And then rounding your back, tuck your chin under, looking towards your belly button. Arching your back and looking forward. Rounding your back and arching. Rounding your back and arching. Nice. Come to a neutral spine and then reach your right hand further forward and then drop your head down in the direction of the floor. Listen to your shoulders. Nice. Come all the way back up. And then reach your left hand forward and then dropping down. I came across this thing yesterday called biomimicry. And coming all the way back up. Do that again. Reach your right hand forward. So biomimicry is where science and engineering and all these different architecture, they look at nature and they see what nature does and they mimic that. Instead of creating new science, they find nature and they mimic all those things that nature naturally does on this planet. And then come all the way back. And then reach your left hand forward. And there was this moment in it where it said, all the earthlings, everything that lives here on this planet is an earthling. And it just struck me how every single little bit of life on this planet, that we are connected to it. We are one with the life of this planet. Bring both hands to the floor and then draw your shoulders back and push your shoulders forward. We've all adapted to live on this planet. Push your hands forward, draw your shoulders back. Nice. One more time. Push your hands forward and draw your shoulders back. Look over your right shoulder, stretching into the left side of your waist. And look over your left shoulder to stretch into the right side of your waist. Do that again. Looking over the right side. And then looking over the left side. Nice. Pushing back into your downward dog. Just have a bit of a wiggle. Stretching back into your heels. Drawing back into your feet. Just have a real sense of lengthening into, stretching into your feet. Just feeling in this moment as I just gently wiggle my knees or wiggle my bum or Lengthen into one side a little bit more or the other. What do I meet this morning? How do I meet it this morning? I stretch the right foot up and back, finding length through your leg as you reach up and back. Lower your leg down and reach the left foot up and back. Nice, and lowering down. Super. Drop both knees to the floor. And from here, come lie on your back. Come all the way down. Oh, a really beautiful pink sky is emerging. So as you rest on your back, bring your arms wide beside you and begin to sway your knees from side to side. As you sway from one side to the other side, what do you feel? Get really good at tracking your sensations, knowing your distances on different sides, different directions. We'll have different dynamics in our body. Nice. Come back to center. Squeeze the right knee up towards you and hug it in. Just feel that compression. Feel the deep pull of your knee, lengthening into the buttock, widening into the lower back. Really staying with it. Yielding your hip, softening into the lower back, softening your knee. Nice. Change. Draw the left knee up onto your chest, squeeze it in. And really just feel that compression of your leg, the deep of your hip. Nice. Draw both knees up onto your chest, squeeze both knees in, and then stretch both legs up towards the ceiling, opening out through the backs of your legs. Toes are moving towards you, toes are widening and opening. Nice. Bend your knees, squeeze your knees down onto your chest, and then stretch your legs up, heels rise, really feel a stretch through the backs of your legs. And again, bend your knees, squeeze your knees up onto your chest, and then stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Roll out to your ankles. As you roll, let's hear your feet, and then roll in the other direction. Nice. Bend the right knee down towards you, and then lower the left leg down really slowly, letting the front of your left leg emerge or adapt. Stretch the left leg up towards the ceiling. Stretch the right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your left knee. And then slowly lower the right leg down until it floats just above the floor. Change. Draw your right leg up, left leg up. Bend your right knee. Lower your left leg down. Point into the left toes and draw a circle with your left leg. And so you're circling the whole of your leg from your thigh, from your hip. You're circling deeply. You're really hearing the dynamic of the lower back. Your lower belly is engaged. You're drawing the spine towards the floor, and then roll in the other direction. Nice. Stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. Stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the left knee. Lower the right leg down until it floats just above the floor, and then roll into your right leg. Rolling. Nice. And then roll in the other direction. Super. Draw both knees up towards you, squeeze them in. And stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. One more time. Draw both knees towards you, squeeze them in. And stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. Nice. Bend both knees, bring your feet to the floor. Arms are long beside you, and then roll up along your spine, traveling up along your spine. Feel the squeeze of your bum and the rise of your hips. And slowly rolling down until you land on the floor. So traveling up and down, and really hear the deep of your hips, the pelvis, the legs, the knees, the feet, as you travel from one to the other, from the up to the down, as you roll along your spine. Nice. Come all the way down to the floor, and then walk your feet a tiny bit closer together. Draw the right knee up onto your chest, interlock your fingers around the right shin, and then rise up through your hips. Lifting up, slowly rolling down until you land on the floor. Rising up, rolling up along your spine, pushing deeply into the front of that left hip, and rolling down to land on the floor. Last time, rolling up, rising up, and just pause there on the up. Draw the right knee a little bit closer towards you. There's a kind of an end of range of motion there. Naturally, the bones will stop you. But just feel, where is there a tiny little bit more movement? For me, there's something in the deep of my buttock, in the back of my thigh, that'll give a little bit more. Nice. Rolling all the way down. Change. Right foot to the floor. Your feet again are closer than usual. Draw the left knee up onto your chest. Interlock your finger. Hold your left knee down towards you, and then rising up along your spine, rolling up, and then slowly, steadily rolling down. Traveling up, and then slowly, steadily rolling down. And just feel that. How does your body manage this sensation, this action, this movement, this strengthening? Nice. One more time, rising up. Pause there. Maybe find somewhere where you can deepen ever so gently. Feel the strength of your right foot, the pull of your left knee. Very nice. And lowering all the way down to land on the floor. Draw both knees up towards you. Bring your fingertips to your knees. And then roll into a circle with your knees. So as you roll, go. There's places that twang in my inner thighs when I do this movement first. So I always go really slowly to allow the awakening or the arising of the length through the legs, through the pelvis. And then roll your knees in the other direction. Nice. Bring your knees so they're in tabletop. So your knees are directly over your thigh, over your hips, and your calves are parallel to the floor. Push your hands into your knees, and actually push your hands into your knees, and then push your knees into your hands, and draw your navel a little bit more backwards into the floor. So straight away you'll feel that your abdominal muscles have engaged. You should feel like, ooh, I'm working now. And then keep the right push on and lower the left toes down to touch the floor, and lower the left arm above your head slowly. Only go as far as your left arm will go naturally. You're not forcing it. Bring your left hand to your left knee, push, and then drop your right toes down and reach the right arm slowly overhead as far as it naturally goes. Continue. Push the right side, lower the left side down. You can keep your left knee bent, or you can begin to straighten into the left leg. Bend your knee, coming up. Straighten out into the right leg, or keep it bent. Really deciding the distance. Sometimes one shoulder will tell you, don't want to do that. One hip will tell you, must go slowly. Listen, we're not machines. We're not the same both sides. We're really different. For me this morning, there's something in one of my shoulders that's saying to me, go a bit slowly there. And I'm like, oh, great. Thank you for telling me. One more time each side. Click on the right side. Lengthen out through the left. And click on the left side. Lengthen out through the right. Super job. Draw your knees towards you. And rock from side to side. I'm always amazed at how strong those movements are into your abdominal muscles. Full body trembling, that kind of shaky feeling can emerge from it. Push your elbows into the floor. They're out maybe at a 45-degree angle. And then just roll into your knees. Ease into your lower back. And then roll in the other direction. Rolling. Easing. Nice. Drop both feet to the floor. Rock your knees from side to side. Dropping one way. Dropping the other way. Nice. And then rolling all the way over and come to sit on your mat with your legs long in front of you. Nice. And then bend both knees so your feet are mat distance apart. Nice. And then drop both knees down towards the left. And typically when we do this, the zigzag is where the feet are kind of close towards you, but see if you can bring your left foot a little bit further away and your right foot a little bit further away. So suddenly you have kind of more space between your left foot and your right knee. So there's this distance here. So it's the 90-90 they call it. So there's 90-degree angles in my left knee and 90-degree angles in my right knee. Nice. And then bring your left hand all the way around the corner, as far around the corner as you can go. And then reach with your right hand behind you. And then coming all the way back, reach your right hand towards your right foot. Go slowly. You're stretching into that right knee. And then bring your left hand behind you and reach deeply behind you with your right hand. And coming back, lifting both hands off the floor and glide your right hand to your right foot. Last time, travel around the corner to the left and reach your right hand behind you. Nice. Come all the way back. Keep your feet where they are. They're wider. And then drop both knees down towards the right. And you should be in the same shape here, where there's more space between your left knee and your right foot than the zigzag. It's the 90-90. So bring your right hand as far around the corner as you can go and reach your left hand behind you. And then coming back, lift your hands off the floor, reach towards the left foot. And bring your right hand behind you. Reach with your left hand. And then coming back, reach towards the left foot. Last time, all the way back. Reach your left hand behind you. And then coming all the way back, sitting up tall. Bring your two knees up so your feet are really wide now. They're wider than your mat. They're good 3 feet wide. And then try and drop the right knee down. Let it touch. And then drop the left knee down. So I'm kind of just doing this really wide dropping down of one of my legs to the floor. And then the other. You'll find that your bum is walking slightly forward. You can walk your feet a little bit forward. Eventually, if we did this enough, you would end up right beside your computer screen or your phone. Nice. Stretch both legs long in front of you. Super cool. Bend your right knee. So your foot is standing on the floor and there's maybe 9 inches between your right foot and your left thigh. Bring your left hand to the floor beside you. Bring the right hand over to the floor beside you. And then pushing down into the right foot, just lean all your weight into your hands like you're going to lift your bum off the floor, but you're not going to. So lift your hands up and then drop your hands down. How would you imagine that you could lift your left bum off the floor? Just look, just notice. Or is it just that you drop your weight down and your head travels down and then there's a hop of your bum? Or maybe there's no lifting. It doesn't matter. How would you imagine that your left bum might lift off the floor with the support of your right foot and your 2 hands? Super cool. Change. Bend the left knee. Stretch the right arm long, right leg long. Bring your 2 hands over towards the right. And here, lift your hands up, drop them down. What would it be like to imagine that your bum could lift off the floor? Or what would it be like to actually lift your bum off the floor? These are all these movements. It's not about the end goal, which is, on some level lifting your bum off the floor. It's working out these weird places in our body where I have no idea how to lift my bum up here. And that's really cool. Nice. Stretch both feet wide. That's as wide as feels comfortable for you. Roll out into your ankles, big circle with your feet. Take your left hand behind your left thigh and slide your right hand down your left leg. Drop your head down towards your knee. Nice, rising up. And then glide the left hand down the right leg and drop your head down towards the knee. Nice, one more time each side. Glide the right hand down the left leg, head down towards your knee. Coming back up. And then down the left leg, and left hand down your right leg, sorry. And drop your head down towards your knee. Super cool, coming all the way back up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Sitting up tall for a moment. Find the length of you, the stretch of you. Nice. So coming into your child's pose, or come rest on your back. Just coming down. Your belly's on your thighs, your arms are long in front of you, or your knees can be wide. And then just find how you settle. How do you deepen? How do you drop your belly down between your thighs? How do you sink into your hips or widen into the lower back? There's this amazing guy called James Clear, and he talks about habits. And he was saying that we're so goal orientated in our society. So what you hear about is, his example was, man loses 200 pounds in a year or something, weight. Okay, so I don't know what that is in stones or kilos or anything. And he said, but, it isn't that thing of man eats salad today. It isn't, he doesn't talk about, the news or the magazines or social media. It doesn't talk about, I ate a salad today, Whereas instead they talk about this massive big thing that happened all of a sudden. Whereas same with us, it isn't that, whatever goal it is. It's more that every day we turn up and we move. And it's the progressive, relentless, committed meeting of yourself that allows a really much deeper sense of now, and then something else happens as well. Wonderful. So just stretching into your arms or pushing back into your downward dog. Just find what you do, how you do, how you move. Nice, guys. Super. So great. I shall see you again tomorrow for day 15. This is 2 weeks to go. It's so amazing. I'm really deeply appreciating this in my life. So have a great day, and I shall see you all tomorrow.